Hey y'all, welcome to a new episode of More to the Story. Hey, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. I'm Miss Farron Moore.
I'm to hear more.
Yeah, we just about to talk about some shit right now together. We married and then we talk about stuff. So, that should have been our tagline, our log line for the show. We married and we talk about stuff.
That would have got him. Keeps the people buzzing. I wonder if they're going to be talking about stuff because they married.
Stuff? Right, we married and we be talking about stuff. Let us talk to you about the stuff we talk about.
Welcome.
Hey, y'all.
Maury. It's our first live. Maury Gaines, she got our first live. Welcome.
Welcome here. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Right. How the hell are you? You had to do this without me last time. I was on my deathbed.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
It was off
so
the rails.
It was so much order. No one was talking over each other. No one's racing to sign off.
Lies.
You know, it was so organized and opposite of
was
chaos.
13 people in this studio. It
was a lot of fun.
It was so many people that even after the first show, one person was like, "Okay, I was only supposed to be here for the first show," and you're like, "No, stay." And so is coming in, and so, and I was like, "Why is it so many people?"
I said, you can't stay. It's a preference. What's up, Coco? How you doing?
No.
Uh-huh.
He just,
that's what happened.
Everybody stayed.
April had wore her wig, because you're always wearing wigs, so she wore her wig in honor of you.
She did. Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. That's all.
And then Ayo was like, I am Farron Moore. Last time, I was to hear more. And I was just in the chat. Yes, Ayo is me.
It's a lot. It was a lot going on.
It was a lot.
But it was a lot of fun.
It was.
What's up, Nikki?
I was watching from my deathbed.
Coco.
Yo.
Maury, thank y'all. Thank y'all for pulling up.
I was watching from my deathbed.
You weren't dying.
I was.
Just had a nasty cough.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about me being sick all the time, but
I know, but you know what I say all the time. Every time I make fun of somebody, I end up with the same ailment or something that I made fun of. And it's like, stop making fun of people. But making fun of people is fun. And so I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. I just need to be prepared.
Just tell it to yourself.
Be sick.
Tell it to yourself. You don't know how to keep it to yourself. That's your problem.
I know. But I like talk. I mainly talk to you. And you grin you in. How come this shit don't happen to you?
But I be like, Lord, that ain't me. You know my heart. You got to know how to do it right.
Mm-hmm. And no.
I'm just telling you how it goes.
How it goes?
I'll tell you how it goes. See? Now you're going to start stuttering.
Yeah.
You goof ass. You already talk messed up.
I do. Hush up, fella. But anyway, I was asking you how you are, and then
up, fella.
How the hell are you?
I am okay.
You hear that?
Did y'all hear my stomach?
Stomach is unruly.
My stomach is on some new shit with this new diet. It is like, what is happening? I'm okay for the most part. You know, it's just the normal stress of an entertainer trying to find the next big thing, trying to find something that the people want to watch. And when you are, you know, in that process of throwing stuff against the wall and it feels like nothing's sticking, you kind of start questioning yourself. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of just in that phase right now. I'm questioning myself, kind of battling imposter syndrome, gain some weight so clothes don't fit. Nigga feel like a cartoon character wearing the same outfit. But this new diet, I'm excited about it, and I haven't had a soda in over 2 weeks.
Let's help hold him accountable and keep him on task because he's been doing a good job. He's been doing 2-a-days in the gym and stuff. So let's keep encouraging him and checking in and stuff.
Trying to get it together. I want to be a different person by December.
Different person.
Like I want to look like a brand new person. Like rip me out the plastic for real. I really am. So I'm thinking about cutting my hair, changing the hair up. The 2-a-days. I'm trying to read more. I'm always carrying a book now, so if I got a little downtime, I'm trying to knock out 10 pages a day. Just setting the goals and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Look at you.
You know what I mean? Shit. How are you? You still sick?
You make me show my teeth. No, I don't think so. Am I sick?
Physically or mentally?
Potato. But yeah, so no, I'm not sick anymore. I finally got my voice back. I could not talk
Woo,
for
child. It was
a few days. I was trying.
Stop casting spells in this house, Smeagol.
I legit sounded like Voldemort though. His voice was like super raspy in those early movies, early Harry Potter movies.
Her laugh sounded like a cry. She I'm like, I don't know if you're happy or sad right now. I just need you to text. Just stop talking to me and start texting me because I can't deal with this.
Marche's ass. And she was like, I can't take you seriously with this voice. She laughed so hard and so long on the phone with me because of my voice. My feelings was so hurt.
Farron sounded like she was whispering secret spells to somebody in the classroom.
But no, overall, I feel good. I've had a new fire lit that I was like, I had missed, and it's been super energizing and like, yeah, it's been feeling really good, like mentally.
That's great.
Yeah,
I had
because
that
it's
feeling.
been consistent for me and everything, because sometimes I get those sparks and then they die out and I'm like trying to find it and yeah, and beating myself up about losing it, and just it's like it was just a never ending cycle, and then I finally have something that I'm like, ooh, this is exciting, and then it's done in a process that like really works for me. Okay, get this chunk through. It's not so it feels good. It reminds me of my event days. It was like, focus on this, get this through. Now you can focus on this, get this through. Even if it was multiple events, it was very clear cut what needed to be done. And I'm in a place now where I feel very clear on what needs to be done and what actions to take. And so
I know a lot of times I'm around the house and I have kind of like this dead look behind my eyes because how you just said, it's clear cut what you need to do. You got these action items you need to execute for your event to be successful. There isn't that for me.
Right.
And so I don't have clear cut action items. And I only bring this up because you made that point, and it's so night and day for you and I when it comes to certain things we have to do. You know, with the shoot I have tomorrow and Friday, contact everybody, make sure they have the DMs, call sheet gets sent out, I'm here early. Those type of things are great. But when you are creating and developing or trying, we don't have that. We have to do a lot of trial and error. There's a lot of bouncing off the walls internally, and then, meet with people or talk with them. So a lot of times I'm dealing with that, and you're like, what's wrong? Why are you looking like that? And it's just like, it has nothing to do with you,
right?
Or the kid.
Of course.
And I know that, that you know that.
Yeah.
But I every so often I'll try to remind you, because sometimes I just be feeling like I stick in the mud and I don't want to be home because I know I'm going through that process, and I don't want to make y'all feel unappreciated or ignored in that process. And during the period of trying to get 2 or 3 new shows for the upcoming seasons, like, I'm dealing with a lot of that.
So it's not even a fact of feeling ignored or anything. I'm literally like, okay, if I'm able to identify a need, something immediate, find a need, feel a need. If I'm able to identify a way to support, to help, to take something off his shoulders, then I want to do that. But I can't do that unless I know what's going on. And so then it's like just a matter of trying to get you to talk without like putting pressure on you, so that I can be like, oh, okay, well, relieve yourself of this. Like, don't worry about that. And we can do this, and what's the due date, and let's move that. Like, don't even think about that right now. Like, like we go into that whole conversation, but it's a matter of getting to that point, if that's something that can help.
I know it's tough.
It
sucks, man. Like, I love what I do, but I hate this shit sometimes, man. It is so unorthodox and unpredictable. There is no forecasting when it comes to entertainment, honestly. Especially like with YouTube and new shows and things of that nature. It is really trial and error and just a luck of the draw. Trying to catch lightning in a bottle. That's what wording is hard was. Mm-hmm. Like, it came out at the perfect time, right at the beginning of the pandemic. I had filmed enough to where we were good for months, and then we were still able to film because we had the studio. Imagine if we didn't have the studio. Imagine we didn't have a relationship with Transit. Like, it would have went to where it was and stopped there. But the same thing with Zuma with the homies. So we have all of those wins back to back to back. And then Squadcast started during the pandemic. All of those wins back to back to back. And then the world opens up and everything starts to slow down. That's when the imposter syndrome starts to creep in. It was like, damn, was it just a fluke? You know, yeah. So, and the crazy thing is I can say all of these things now, but like when I'm on the phone with my therapist, it's hard to pinpoint why I'm down sometimes, other than feeling like I'm repeating myself to her. So there are some times when I have therapy in the morning, I'm like, I don't even want to go to this because I hate talking about the same thing over and over again, feeling like a broken record, and also feeling like I hate to be that person every time you talk to them to complain.
Have you communicated that to your therapist? Like, yes. I feel like I'm, but if those are still valid concerns for you, then you should be talking about them.
Yeah,
like, it's not like it's not the issue anymore. It's something you're still working on.
Well, the action item she gave me to deal with that during those times is something that I was already familiar with. It's kind of just writing down all the things that you have accomplished in a certain amount of time, like 5 years prior. Where was I at? And I wasn't at this place. So, you know, it's more of a gratitude exercise to be appreciative of where you are and realize how far you're going.
Treat me like your gratitude rock.
Oh,
all right, man. Tell me the things you're thankful for.
I hate it here. But it's a gratitude exercise, and that works temporarily. But it's a temporary fix to an ongoing problem. And but the gratitude is a big thing of it, because excluding that exercise, you have to find a way to be happy where you are. And I've suffered with this for years. If you're not happy where you are at your current weight, you know, even though you may be bigger than you want to be, but if at your current weight, if you have the activity of your limbs, your life is not completely affected by your weight too. It's enabling you. Inhibiting you to do certain things that you want to do. Like, yeah, you might not be able to run a full mile, but you can walk, or you can walk that mile, and you have something to work towards. So the gratitude part is a big piece of it, because we have to learn, all of us as creators, as people who are 9-to-5s, as, you know, stay-at-home moms or dads or whatever, wherever you are in your life, you have to learn to be grateful for that part. Because if you're always searching, and again, speaking to myself, for the next big thing, you will never be satisfied. You will never be happy. You will never be able to live in that moment, because you're always have your mind 3 miles ahead. And while that might come into handy in certain situations, you know, with business, like, okay, we make this merger or we buy this stock or whatever, when it comes to your life and just personal happiness, it is detrimental to it. It is a cancer to your happiness, honestly. And I've been dealing with this for like the past 8-10 years, probably all my life. All my life. Since
I'm sure it's been longer than that.
Yeah. Since I moved out at 14, I've always been thinking 3 steps ahead and thinking what I need to do then, and then get to this level, I need to do that, and then to get to the next level, then I'll be able to get this, and once I get this, I got to get to the. I've always been operating on that. And at first I thought it was
kind
solely
of miss what's in front of you. Can't see the forest through the trees or something like that.
Yeah.
The trees through the forest, something like that. You know.
I've always been operating like that. And, you know, it was certain times in my life where I can honestly say I don't remember lapse of time. Like from 2008, no, I'm sorry, maybe 2005 to 2007. Other than me and you, I don't know much about that year. and the kid being born. Like, I don't remember much because I was working so much.
Mm-hmm.
I was working 4 jobs. I was taking full credit hours, 16 credit hours.
Yeah, I don't see how he had time to even entertain me. And he approached me because he had 3 jobs and was working full time.
I was working at the real estate office, Journeys, Banana Republic, and I was a teacher. And then I was also taking 12.
Were you teach? I don't think you were teaching yet when we met, because I was working with that after school program at the time.
Then I was working at well, I might have met you when I was still going to school, but then that very next semester I started working at the what is that place? The what is it called? The Veterans Building, when I was pulling the files and stuff like that. And then I became a teacher after the Veterans Building, and I was still working those other jobs. And I was president of the Collegiate 100. Yeah. And so I had to do my duties with that, hold meetings, create events, go to events. And we were doing the Thursday night open mic.
All this to say that he has always run himself right into the ground.
So I always feel burnt out.
Yes.
Always feel burnt out.
Like, always.
Like, before we go live, my energy is here.
Yep.
And then as soon as they go live, like, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Boom Boom Boom. That's literally why
you thought it was so easy for me to do it. You're like, pick your energy up. And I'm like, this is me. I talk a little slow.
Not when we out, though. Or when we at home.
The kid be so annoyed by me because I talk so slow. You've been annoyed by me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
On this show because I talk slow.
Absolutely.
So what you mean?
Absolutely, I do. But it's because, you know what, I am in love with all the fairs. But Party Fair,
it's so many.
It is so fucking many.
Oh, my God.
It's
Party
so
Me?
Most of them are great. All of them are great, but most of them are just really a good time. And then it's like when Fair's in the head or she's like pondering too much. Hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of More to the Story. I'm Fair and More. And I'm always thinking because I've been in entertainment so long, and you know, before stand-up comedy fully took off, I was on tours where I had to have high energy, like with the truth. And so I'm always like, boom, what's up? What we doing, party people? I walk in the room, you know I'm in that motherfucker. And so she does it in such a different way. I'm like, you're never going to get anybody like that. Okay? If it's my first time and I come across and the first thing is I hear, hey, guys. I'm like, who the fuck?
That's because of your energy level. I listen to podcasts that literally sound like that, and I absolutely love it. So I get it. There's yes.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. 65 to 95-year-olds love Farrah. They sit up and they knit. Those little needles be going.
I thought of a merch idea. I'm changing the subject because fuck you. I thought of a merch.
Also, kids about to go to sleep, so nap time. So like toddlers and kids that love apple slices.
Hey. So I'm wondering. I thought of an idea. I'm gonna pitch it to Nike.
To Nike.
Yeah.
Wait.
What's wrong? What? I told you I got a fire lit. I'm ready to work, yo. I'm gonna pitch it to Nike.
I know. Just hear me out. You saying you have an idea that you're going to pitch to Nike is the equivalent of my mom telling me
to call Hollywood.
To call Hollywood and tell them I want to be an actor.
No. Listen.
She's going to go to a Nike shoebox like, I know there has to be a number on it somewhere.
1-800 Nike?
9-800 just do it.
Guys, look, you're going to want in on the ground floor with this.
Hey, Siri, call Nike.
Ring up Nike. I'm sorry.
You're going to get Phil Knight on the phone.
Holding this so tight because you made the shit out this coffee. It tastes so good.
It's good, right?
Right, thank you. But anyway, yes. So here's my idea. You ready?
Yes.
A line of athleisure wear that says, I give head for sport. because it should be counted as a sport. And with that said, I am an athlete.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think you should do it. I think we should film it while you do it.
I think I should make an ad and like show them.
No,
like,
I feel like
is...
we should go up to Oregon and we should just go to their office, the headquarters, and we should, I mean, the whole nine. Let's rent a limousine. We could fly up there and then rent a limousine there, pull up front with the limousine. Let's be dressed.
Balloons?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Everyone has a Nike check on it. We go to the front door. It's like, hey, we're here to see Mr. Nike.
Exactly.
We got an idea. It's going to blow his fucking socks off.
Wait.
No, never mind. Never mind that even though it should be a sport, it's not televised because you can't show someone's flaccid or erect dick on TV. Never mind that. Let's just move full steam forward with this idea. 100%. I'm ready to throw money behind
They could
this.
put it on HBO. HBO shows dicks and vaginas all the time.
Okay. Who's your target demographic with this?
People like me.
Okay. And
There's dozens of us.
Yeah. And you guys are comfortable wearing this in airports and malls,
yes.
going to pick up your kids.
Yes.
Cool. Cool. Let's do it. Now I had an idea for Nike, and it was like, earn your naps, do more work. Right? That was my idea. But what do I know? You know?
No.
Head.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I like mine better.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. It is.
It should be an Olympic sport. Look for my change.org petition making giving head an Olympic sport. Thank you. That's the end of the show.
I think I can only deal with so much
period
public viewing of a head.
What? I'm surprised to hear you say that.
Here's the thing. We've talked about this before. I enjoy it now, and I even indulge in the sloppy toppy. But I think after 2 videos of somebody spit, I'm going to be tapped out.
Really?
I think it's a lot. It's a lot to ingest and then pull it back, the spit's all on the face.
Well, guess what?
Like what's the parameters? Is it a speed test? Because that's subjective on who the partner is. Right? Right or wrong? That's subjective. So it's no way to have a constant. Everything is going to be a variable. The only constant could be the person that's giving head.
They
She
could
has 3
make
people.
like crash dummy dicks. Boom. You was not ready.
No one was.
But it makes sense.
It does not.
Yes, it does.
Because everybody doesn't come the same.
But I'm saying if you have a model created and that's like, think about what Mythbusters would do. To keep that variable the same, it would have to be a mold. We're not using actual people for that. And so it's about the technique of the person giving.
But there's no way that mold can simulate the stimulation.
It's gonna be all censored up.
Even still,
you have no vision.
Even still, there's no way to track how fast people come because everybody.
This is why you can't share your ideas with everybody because they'll try to tear you down.
Drug killers.
Yes. Shit. Thought we was partners.
I am with you till the wheels fall off.
It died from the sound.
No, I am. I'm in a different car, but
he gonna be trying to spend this Nike money.
I'm gonna be following you in a different car till the wheels fall off. Because when they fall off, when you're doing 90 on the highway, I'm a rolling window down, like, I told you so.
Yes, not who you should be to me.
Listen.
You could do that to somebody else, but I'm your partner.
You are.
You're supposed to not do those things.
But the way they make these cars nowadays, you'll be fine. Their side curtain airbags.
I don't like this
And then I have another vehicle for us to get in and head toward Good Idea Town. Okay?
idea time.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, let's make a small detour so we can get back on track. Let's hop on an eye. You done lost your goddamn mind and head on over to Good Idea Town.
Detour from, bitch, you got me fucked up. Okay.
Now, Natalia and Dejane had good ideas. What you could do is come out with a line of bibs. Don't try to say it at the same fucking time. You had your time to present your. You let me tell you. Can you imagine Farron going on Shark Tank with this idea for Nike? I just need somebody to partner with me. Okay, let's hear it. Head should be a sport. Get the fuck out. That's so fast. It's gonna happen so fast.
I give head for a sport, and so on those like. There's stuff where they have like all the like little sports tools, like tennis rackets and shit. Mm-hmm. It'll also be a penis and a vulva listed because give head is a sport. It's a sport. And maybe mouths too. Okay. It'll all be on there.
I think the bib is a better idea. And the bib would be great for like you getting close, right? And then Velcro to the back of it is an eye mask. And when they get close, you pull that out, put it over your eyes. So you can still get the whole facial aspect of it.
But not blind yourself.
Not blind yourself.
Because semen burns.
Yeah, it's with protein. Throw some protein powder in your eyes, and shit gonna burn, okay? It's gonna fucking burn. Throw some protein, take a scoop. You're gonna die, you know?
But, so I wanted to... Yeah, because you talking about you gonna say I told you so on the highway and whatnot. And I'm like, just as your wife, you shouldn't do that to me. Mm-hmm. And then this whole debacle with Keke Palmer and Baby Daddy just had me thinking about what does it mean to like have husband privilege?
Oh, this is good. This would be the title of this episode.
What does that mean to have husband privilege?
You know what? I think it needs to be redefined and some boundaries put up, because you can't, like back in the day, you like, oh, you go raw with your husband, but niggas are going raw on the first date. Okay, you cook a meal for your husband. Well, motherfuckers be shacking up for 5 years, 6 years before they get married, so that doesn't constitute either. So like, this is a good conversation, because like, what is husbandly, wifely behavior and duties in this new generation?
Because there was a lot of comments that was like, how dare he say that? And they ain't married, Keke and what's his name?
I just call him Big D. I don't know his name. I'm not gonna put no effort
he, you're not married and you just her boyfriend, you just her baby daddy, you're not married. And I was like, but what does that mean? Like in today's society, in 2023, what does that mean?
In my mind,
how would you define it?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know, because everybody is different. It's so subjective. Like, there are people who won't have sex before marriage still to this day. Mm-hmm. There are people who, are comfortable having unprotected sex if you're in a committed relationship. There are people who are comfortable having unprotected sex if you're not in a committed relationship. But this is your main partner. This is the main person you be fucking on. This is who you have an overnight bag house over, and everybody else you just, pull up and some shit. So it's so different right now, but it really depends on where you are in life. That's something that you and your partner have to make those boundaries and set those limitations for yourself. My whole thing with that was, as much time as they were spending together and the fact that they have a baby together, I feel like those conversations should have, if they didn't, have come up earlier. Like, to this, I mean, not to this day, but like up until like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, Fan would still be like, you think this is okay? Because I am a mom, I feel weird wearing this. I'm like, but you got the body for this shit. Yeah. Like, wear that shit. I ain't gonna never ask my wife to dial back her femininity or her sexiness.
But I still check with you. I still check with you.
Yeah, you still
check. Like, if I have something that I'm like, oh shit, this is like showing a lot of skin and, or whatever, and you're not in town, it's like, okay, then I'll save this to wear with him specifically.
Right.
And get his vibe from it before I wear it out without him. And that's just something I do. That was not discussed or anything. That was just something I did. To pulling up Zuma with the homies. For those who have watched it, it's on Tahir's YouTube page. Bringing up Ron's point, it was like a respect thing. Out of my respect for you and your role in my life, those are the steps that I take that you didn't even have to discuss with me. But still, if I put on something and you're like, and I'm going out without you, you'll be like,
I've definitely like, I don't know, because I ain't gonna be there to fight off a nigga if he get crazy.
And I'll go change. And I'm like, what part? Like, what should I? I discussed that.
And you've done it to me. Remember, when I was finna pack those tangerine swim trunks.
Yes.
There was some swim trunks with some tangerines on them, and they were like European, like they were short shorts, and it was print city. It was Daily Bugle. It was New York Times. It was all the prints, Life magazine, everything. She was like, it's too much dick out.
It was, and then once they're wet, it's like,
it's gonna stick to that dick. You gonna see the veins even with it being flaccid. Flaccid veins.
I'm about to say you gonna give OnlyFans dick with those shorts on, sir.
And I was like, all right, cool. I just
exactly.
It.
So
wasn't no fighting or nothing like that. And they were new. You got some new shit you want to wear. I was gonna go out of town. I was like, I'm excited about this. She was like, I'm not comfortable with you taking those with you. I was like, all right, cool. Fuck it. It's new. I was ready to.
He knew what he was. He was as excited as he was with some like new gray sweatpants or something. Like he was ready. He knew what them shorts was gonna give.
Balls is balling, baby. Balls in my court. Sit my court. I was ready.
Oh, and one. Is that what they say? Do people still say that?
It's and one when you get a foul. When you get a foul, so you shoot the shot. And somebody fouls you when you're going up. They say and one. It's usually the person that's shooting.
Oh, I see. I was talking about the folks who did the little basketball thing over the summer or something. The little championship thing. Yeah.
Well, it was a whole shoe line, their clothing line.
Right.
Yeah, they had shoes and stuff too. But that's no longer around.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. All right.
Kobe is what you say when you make it. When you miss it, you be like Shaq. Like, Kobe, brick, Shaq.
What Shaq? Oh,
people be doing that. That's a real thing that people be doing.
Yeah. So it's funny. I mean, you're like, you don't even know how. Like, none of the rules that we grew up with on what it meant to like not treat a partner, somebody you dating, like you're married to them, is like out the window now. Like marriage isn't everybody's end goal. It's just like finding somebody that I connect with right now. And as long as we keep connecting, we can keep rocking. I
remember this girl that I was dating, and it was right after high school. We were both still working at White Castles. And I was like, I like this chick. And I had called my mom to prank her. I was like, yeah, me and Sierra finna go elope. We've been married. She was like, Robert, no, you are far too young to be serious with anyone right now. You need to go out and live life. This is my mom told me. I was like, I just want to settle down with this one vagina. It's still a prank, but this is what I'm telling you. She was like, no, I don't support this. I'm not in support of this. You need to go live life. And I was like, all right, it's a joke, mom. But I took it way too serious. You take the fun out of everything. Imogene.
Did she tell you the same thing when you told her you was gonna marry me?
I didn't tell her until 2 days before the wedding.
Shut up.
I wasn't sure. I was on the fence if I wanted to invite her or not. EJJ be doing a lot.
EJJ?
Imogene Jr.
I be forgetting your mama's a whole ass junior.
Whole ass junior.
That fucks me up.
Your mama is too though, right?
No. Why did you think that? She's a gene, but not a junior.
Somebody else's mama's a junior.
But anyway, I forgot my point earlier, but I'm bringing up Zuma with the homies because of Black Ron's point on there to the, out of respect to her guy, regardless of that, that being her boyfriend or husband, like she probably shouldn't have worn that. Like he found out when the rest of the world found out that that's what she had on.
You don't think she sent him a picture before, like after her and the girls got dressed, she was like, hey babe, just thinking about you, or this is what I'm doing. Because I'm be honest, when I made the video, it was before I had seen the cheeks was out. I thought it was just something that like covered the cheeks. And I was like, that was one of my points. It's like, this is the same as a bathing suit with a sheer cover up.
No, it was
I didn't know the cheeks was out, right? Now, granted, but it's still like a swimsuit. There are a lot of people who wear the bikini. You have the bikinis with the cheeks out, and I mean, you typically wear them when we're on resorts or beaches and stuff like that. But you've also been at our pool with it. You had the brown one on, and that's cheek city.
And even then, I was like, is this too much for the pool at the, like I asked you before
I
I walked out at it.
Fuck them. As much as we pay here, I don't give a fuck.
Even then. And so, to Black Ron's point, I agree that there was either a debacle or something before they left each other's presence. And that was her way of like, pushing a boundary, and so he
that's a good point.
Responded by pushing a boundary.
Yeah, that's a good point. If they had got into it before.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't see this being the first time this conversation has come
especially
up and out.
As wild as she's got since then, like she not since wild, but how she's responded. She's made a couple videos, and then the one singing, it doesn't seem like all of that would have been sparked just from that one post. This might have been something that had been brewing, and they got into it before she left. That makes a lot more sense.
It's either that or she bought it, was like, oh, I'm just going to the concert. Like, we ain't gonna take no pictures of my ass.
Right.
Her hand gets grabbed by Usher. Of course, she hops up. Fuck, my ass is out.
Let me tell you something.
So she was probably trying to sneak around and not end up on somebody, because she didn't even take any, at least no pictures that she's posted of her ass out in a dress. Everything was from the front.
Yeah, that's true.
So
if my ass
it was like, I wasn't planning on like being caught in this. I'm caught now. Shit.
My ass could be out in the outfit, and if Usher grabbed my hand, I'm standing up too.
I'm standing the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm standing up. Yeah. And while he's singing, I'm going to hold up a sign with all the shit I got going on. All my ads, all my socials, and all that shit. Oh, yeah. I'm in there like booty hair.
I'm going to be up there, and then I'm going to jump off and hide on the stage. They going to have to stop the show to get me to get down.
He only said he posted pics of her before she left, so he saw it. I don't know. I ain't go to his Instagram. I'm going to be honest with you. I heard all the stories about, him posting. I saw the video of him that he posted of her while she was twerking in the cat suit, and I heard about some pictures he's posted while laying on a bed and just underwear and shit like that. And a lot of people like, what's the difference and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I'm be honest with you, none of this is our business. The only reason we're commenting on it is because he put it out there. Yeah. If he would have never put it out there on social media,
that's where everything went wrong. Yeah, it's like, find a different boundary to push. Don't put y'all shit out there.
We always gonna look like a united front. We've done this show, we were pissed at each other.
Yo.
Or we just made up. Or we got into it during the show. All of those things are possible, but we ain't gonna let y'all see it. We ain't finna like let it be known that there's blood in the water, because then the sharks gonna come up. Yeah. Nah, we always gonna look like a united front, and then we'll get home and talk about it, or get in the car and talk about it. But if we don't want all the naysayers and all the I told you that shit wasn't gonna work. If we don't want to deal with that, then we gonna let y'all know in public we're a united front. But we'll also let you know we ain't perfect. We get into it. It's been weird at home because I'm in that weird space right now. She's always like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm thinking right now. I'm trying to come up with that next big thing. And that's uncomfortable. And I'm not doing it on purpose, but like that is what it is. But that's part of the journey of being married. You get through those hard parts from the lovely parts. The lovely parts carry over. They got the spillover to help you get through those difficult parts and that weird space right there. It's like, it's not going to always be amazing and shit like that. And we don't try to make it seem like that. But you ain't gonna see us arguing on camera like that. God forbid. Oh, Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? Get in the car and let's argue about this.
Like, you know what? It's so funny because we sit here talking about them, and it's like, oh shit, we gonna be next now. I should have just shut up.
You better knock on that wood. If we start getting to that point, I'm gonna walk away and I'm gonna run in the car. I'm like, you gotta chase me. I'm not gonna argue with
literally not going to. I'm gonna be like, just go. I'm gonna sit here and smoke and think about how stupid we are right now.
Yep.
I'm gonna sit and get high. But yeah, so I just like wanted to know, because I know some very committed relationships. I'm friends with both sides of relationships, and it ain't got nothing to do with whether or not they get married or who's a husband, who's a wife, like anything like that. So I was like, is that actually still the end goal? Does it have as much weight? Which I've been asking that question for a while now, because it doesn't seem like the.
If you ask somebody what religion is to them, you ask 10 different people, you're going to get 10 different answers. There are people who feel like you can only really be committed to God if you tithe in every week and you're going to every church service, and if you're not in the choirs, you can still go support the choir. Let's pull up on service, just hang out, and you are taking notes every sermon. Then there are people that be like, the church is where the people are. So you're around religious people, you're around spiritual people, all that type of stuff, and you're still reading your Bible, and you're still fasting when you need to. That's what religion is. And you can ask somebody else, they'd be like, I believe that God died for my sins, and I think that's good enough for me. Or Jesus died for my sin, and I think that's good enough for me. So it's different for everybody, but what shouldn't be different is the communication. You should be able to have that communication with your partner on what you all's boundaries are, what you're both okay with, what you're not okay with, what you're both agreeing to adhere to, behavior-wise, dress-wise, communication-wise, all of that type of stuff, because that's what's going to matter for you.
Yeah.
There is no one-size-fits-all when it comes to relationships, when it comes to parenting, when it comes to communication. You have to customize that shit for yourself. And just like your weight fluctuates and goes up and down and changes as you get older, that communication is going to do the same thing. That tailoring is going to do the same thing. You have to revamp it. The communication that y'all used to have about budgeting is going to change if you've been in a job for 15, 20 years and your budget is different now. You're not buying the same things. We talked about that a lot of times. Like, man, I remember when, my mom would put $200 in my account and we could all get a pizza and rent a movie or buy a movie off of Amazon. That was a good fucking night. Like 5-6 years ago, that was a good night. Now the budget's different, and now the budget conversations will be different. Hey, we ate out a lot last night. Postmates is in business because of us. We got to slow
that shit
down, right? So those things are meant to be constantly talked about, constantly adjusted. It's not conversations that you cannot run from or shut down. You have to have those talks, because otherwise you end up in a situation where everybody's in your business. I'm be honest with you, I'm tired of talking about it. Yeah, I really don't give a shit.
And they actually, I saw something today that was like they reconciled. They,
I ain't gonna believe it until they follow each other back on Instagram.
Look at you! I'm tired of talking about it, but you watching who follow who.
I read that last night. I was like, ooh,
Missy. Okay, well, dope. All right, we gonna wrap it up. Forget you.
Okay.
Sir. Y'all, thanks for chatting with us this week. Because we married and we'll be talking about shit. And yeah, we'll see you next week. It's been another episode of More to the Story. Was I supposed to do something else?
I'm just waiting for you to say your name, because if I say mine before you say it, then you're going to cut me off all fast.
It's been another episode of More to the Story. I'm Farron Moore.
I'm Tahir Moore.
Bye.